You got a lot of cats.
I have a thing about strays.
Rob, let's start with you. Does Batman recognize anything of himself in Riddler, like a darker version of himself, had he not had Alfred or, a fortune to kind of protect him?
I think he really, really doesn't want to. I mean, I think there's a lot of the talent, the way we're trying to describe Bruce in this, the way I was trying to play Bruce. Sorry, he thinks. Once he's in that suit, how I imagined it anyway, is that he thinks he's basically disappeared. He doesn't think he's Bruce being Batman. He thinks when he says, like, I am vengeance, I am the night, I am the shadow, he thinks he is literally, I always kind of interpreted that very literally. Like, he genuinely thinks he puts on that suit and he is the shadows afterwards. And so when someone else is coming along saying, like, oh yeah, I'm exactly the same as you, it's like, dude, I mean, firstly, you're green. Your stuff doesn't look anything like mine. But like, it's kind of it. But it really forces him to confront what he's actually doing. I mean, he thinks being Batman is in a lot of ways like a sacrifice to the city, and he thinks that is enough. That's the penance for allowing my parents to die and allowing there to be crime, and he thinks it's a solo mission. And then so when someone else comes along and says, like, oh yeah, I'm doing the same thing as you, it kind of really, it's a rude awakening for him. He has to really come to a reckoning with himself.
This question is for both of you, but Zoe, I'd love for you to field it first. Has this particular Bruce Wayne ever known the touch of a woman? Basically, has he had a romantic relationship before with anyone, do you think?
Can you tell?
I mean, you seem a little awkward, but rich guys get what they want, so I don't know. I mean, we were talking about this earlier today, actually. You feel like you've probably had a few girlfriends. I think it seems like he's been hanging out alone a lot. It's the vibe I get.
I think he had a cat he really liked, and that's why he likes it.
What?
And he's like, the love of my life was my cat.
And that's the only
and
reason
it's like,
you
and
think
the only...
like Selena? All right, whatever.
That's what it's all about. And
to answer your question, clearly the answer is no.
And just real quick, because I only have a moment left with you, but do you, I guess, yes or no, if these two, Selina and Bruce, ran into each other on the street, wearing street clothes, daytime, would there be a spark between them, or is it the intrigue in the costumes that really gets them?
I don't think it's the costumes that get them, but I do think that it kind of it's like a shortcut to seeing what the person's really like on the inside. But I would like to think that if Bruce and Selina met somewhere and were able to spend a few minutes alone together, that there would be a connection regardless.
I always like the fact that like you just very casually take off your mask and all our scenes together. Then and you never question.
Well, yeah. Well, because it's she's not Catwoman. I think it's more of like a practical thing for her in terms of riding the bike or breaking into someone's safe or something.
Yeah.
I think she feels. I mean, you already know what I look like. You've seen me at work.
That's true.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't make any sense. You've been to my house. It doesn't make any sense.
You don't know me.